Hey everybody, welcome to Pace Studio on the Road. We're at the Northlands Festival in the Maple Barn right now with Kitchen Dwellers. Guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you, audience, for joining us. It's always nice to have a little energy coming back this way. And we're about to hear 3 songs. 2 of them are from the current record, Seven Devils. What do you guys want to play first today?
This first song is called Waterford Son. Born with the fist of a fighter, far and away this heart of a poet, stretch across these terrible waters and knock upon the door. A broken land and a wish, a whisper of a war. Her hand struck down, killing the sound, vowing to return. Brothers burned, a native tongue forbidden, earth to plow, no food in the ground, does hunger have no end? Outlawed is God, eradicated countrymen, the battle ensued of no use, who'll pay for these sins?
Left for dead, to rise again, forced to forget where he bled. Thomas Marr is his name, a legend he became, the promise of America's New York games. Facing south he cried out, gripped by the flames, down the road of time. Hand in hand we will walk side by side, days of our lives, breathing deep one last time, one last ride.
His wife, the ongoing strife, we must put an end to the loss of life. Escape defeat, the green, orange, and white of the dead in red was worn with pride. Golden gift granted, heading west across the plains, in Montana,
Making way on a trail up to Bitten, hottest July he'd seen in 1867. Shaking hands and shipping guns is a damn dirty business. Sins that might have saved him remain unforgiven. Hand to head, feet to sweat, failed to save the innocent. Down the road of time, hand in hand we will walk side by side, days of our lives, breathing deep one last time, one last ride.
hands that hang, vigilantes one and the same, settle a score on an enemy made. The banks of the river where his body did lay, never to see Libby again. Left for dead, rise again. We'll sing through the canyon
don't forget. Missouri River cuts the mountain like a knife. On that dark midsummer night would be the last one he would find. Now the river boats are gone now and the plains are cut for tracks. They'll divide it up with fences and now plow down all the grass. The cattle kills the bison faster than a gun, and while he's laid beneath the clay they are remembered the Waterford Son. Thomas Marr is his name, a legend he became, landing on the shores of gold and fame.
Man, Joe, all apologies for the false ending and then the applause. I mean,
Why it's in there?
Enthusiasm is great.
I mean, we've done this many times. I don't think that's ever happened before. It was my fault. I did that first, so that was not your guys' fault.
It also happens at every live show.
So tell us more about Seven Devils. Are there many story type songs like that on it? Is there like a theme that unifies the entire thing?
Yeah, it's kind of a concept album. It's kind of a deep dive into the Divine Comedy, or Dante's Inferno. So 7 devils, 7 deadly sins. And a lot of it, there's a lot of numerology involved with the album, and yeah, a lot of religious themes, but they're ubiquitous. They're you know, there's parts of Christianity and there's parts of other religion. There's parts of Native American culture that reference 7 devils. So it's yeah, it's definitely a think piece, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's a think piece.
Yeah, that's
Whatever
good.
you want it to be.
Yeah, that is descriptive. That's a great answer to that question. Thank you. And let's see, there's still 2 more songs left in this session. Who's on right? Does anyone know who's on right now? Andy Frasco providing a little bit of background accompaniment. Are you guys?
God damn it.
What do you guys want to play second here today?
This song is called Wind Bitten. 1, 2, 3, go. Woke along the prairie on a wind-bitten road from here to North Dakota, where the riders wrote their poems. Any place you wander on this humbly beaten world, never see another way a sunrise here unfurls. Pointing to pictures that I leave beside the door, asking me the wrong things who they're of and what they're for. Let them fade away like memories in the snow. Find a place to think when you're feeling so alone. How are you morning so slow? We ain't got no neighbors that care what we sow. Where do you bury your own? And we might lie forever to sleep under stone in a cold pile of rocks down a wind-bitten road. Know somewhere you go where the grass gets in your eyes, between your ears and in your mind. She never lets you hide. Running down that windy road right to your front door to find your lucky dimes, just a chore for living more. Rain will turn to sleet and it'll infiltrate your dreams. To freeze what was soggy, it comes busting at the seams. Pushing out from inward like your deepest fear. Is her love a dirty glove to force your hand to steer? How are your mornings so slow? We ain't got no neighbors that care what we sow. Where do you bury your own? And we might lie forever to sleep under stone in a cold it's the darkest in November. Dark will sleep here as I'm coming home, but the wind might come to see her, just to tear away her bones. Now she seeks a weary comfort from the wailings of news of the world, slumbering right through the silence when she might not have heard. Morning so slow, we ain't got no neighbors to care what we sow. Where do you bury your own? And we might not forever sleep under stone, and hope that the wind never tears at our bones. Darkness will sleep here as I'm coming home to a cold pile of rocks down a wind-bitten road.
So we've crossed paths a bunch of times, pretty recently down in Florida, in Steamboat Springs, and kind of all over the place. But every place that we've crossed paths tends to be full of natural beauty. You know, they're awesome, amazing places. How much of natural beauty and wanting to see national parks and wanting to go, or national parks and wanting to go on a hike and see that lake and such, does that inform your touring at all? Do you guys base tours based on things you want to see?
I wish. We put in some requests to management for certain special things. Like we try to go to Alaska every couple of years. Like
Salmon Fest.
Summer. Salmon Fest.
Nice.
Yep, and Hope, and we have things that we do in Montana. We do a ski tour every winter, so we do little ski towns in the Rockies in January or February usually, and yeah.
That sounds like a resounding yes. Like that. That
yes,
sounds very much that way.
Yes, we try our damnedest anyway.
I'm trying to convince them to let me do trout tour, but they don't understand it.
Is there a trout tour?
Yeah. Shout out to 1111 for trout tour.
Honestly, that's the problem. When you go on trout tour, you really don't want anybody else around.
Yeah, you don't want a lot of people following you trying to fish in your spot. So.
In addition to trout tour, is there anything else on the bucket list that you guys are really trying to make happen and tour there and also make some money at it, or at least break even?
Europe.
Yeah, we've been trying to work out this thing to go to Ireland for a while now.
Yeah.
Someday.
Good. Well,
Maybe not, maybe so.
maybe. Perhaps the next one of these we do is in Ireland. Maybe.
Maybe so. Maybe not.
It'll be just as rainy as here. So.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys again for coming here and making this part of your Northlands experience. And there's still one more song coming up. What do you want to do last today?
This last song is by the Phish from Vermont. And it's called Birds of a Feather. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's easy sometimes when you just coast along. Well, like it or not, something always seems to go wrong. Sometimes people build you up just so they can knock you down. Sometimes they will have you there 'cause they need someone around. Perhaps you'll receive invitations for tea. Perhaps you will laugh and you make them all smile. But maybe join them 'cause it had to be. Perhaps you'll forget what you forgot for a while. Birds of a feather are flocking outside. 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 Like whippets they dance in a curly-cue dance. Pulses and ringing in campfire chants. A virtual drumming, although at first glance you thought you could run, but you won't take a chance. It's not an experience if they